Hello, hello, and welcome. It is September 28th, 2022. We are Wednesday. What a day. It has been a day traders market, you guys, a systematic day traders market. We are alternating between red and green days. Long-term investors are hurting because they are averaging down. They keep averaging down, but we're noticing that a lot of these investors are in fact averaging down with lesser amounts than they were previously. Quite frankly, it's because they can't keep buying the dip. Okay, so we are now, in my opinion, firmly entrenched in a systematic day traders market. And again, in my opinion, I think we're going to be in that mode, in that market for quite a long time. So today was an awesome bullish day, unlike yesterday. I'm going to demonstrate special operations, but in fact, all three strategies did very well on various different instruments. But because special operations is the most aggressive and it is designed for days like this, whether it's strongly trending higher or lower, or if you have economic news, geopolitical news, the VIX is moving in a sporadic but strong fashion, either higher, lower, or both. It's going higher the initial hour significantly, and then significantly lower the second hour of trading, and so on and so forth. You can use special operations at your discretion. So let's go ahead and put some times here. 7:31. I'm in Pacific time. I'm in Los Angeles till 12:29. And let's assume, today, if you look at the market right from the get-go, it just blasted through the gates, even ETH. But let's go and look for both directions. Let the strategy do its thing. It's going to be, this strategy, special operations, is very nimble. It tries to move as close as it can to price, and it watches the swing highs and lows very carefully. And so let's go ahead, and we're not going to be using the new accumulation breakout, which is really cool. It finds channels, and once it breaks out with a specific algorithm in mind, then it takes that trade. But we're not going to use the historical current PA or the accumulation breakout. We're just going to use special operations. So let's go ahead and I'm not even going to use modulate break even. This is a nice feature that I added in V5 as well, version 5, which is what we're in now, price action harvester automated V5. So move stop, another very cool feature. I'm not going to use it. I'm basically going to say I want 3 outs. Either I hit my profit target of 700 ticks, or I hit my stop, in this example, of 30 ticks, or the system takes me out 1 minute before RTH close. That's my time, 12:59 Pacific Standard Time. So the only other thing that I am going to use, which I think everybody who uses the system should use, because money management is a pretty important thing. So this basically, when you express this, it means that you're telling the system that if you're up $5,000 during that session or more, so 5,000 or more during that session, and it's calculated at the exit of the trade, at the close of the bar, then it's going to stop looking for trades. Conversely, if you're down net $450 for that session or more, $450 or more, when the trades are flat at the close of the bar, then it's going to stop looking for other trades. And the other one is if you have 2 consecutive losing trades, then the system's going to stop looking for other trades. So that's the only money management that I'm doing other than the profit target and the risk. I am not even using break even. I'm not using move stop. So let's go ahead and pick the instruments. So I have what I've added to the instruments list in NinjaTrader 8 is something I call diversity basket. I have 6 instruments in that basket. I have the SPOOs, gold, that's GC, copper, that's HG, SI, that's silver, YM is the Dow, ZB is the bond futures. These guys, with the exception of ES and HG, which both have $12.50 a tick, these guys are all different. So GC is $10, SI is $25, YM is $5, and ZB is $31.25. That's the most expensive, but that's why it's called a diversity basket. So I'm going to select all of it. There we go, select all. And this is just going to run for today. Let's make sure we have slippage. We don't, so let's add that 2 ticks. I think that's fair. So let's make sure it's in Wednesday. Correct. 7:31, 12:29. Why did I pick 7:31 and not 6:31 or 6:30 when the market opens? Well, there's a reason for that. Is because when you're using special operations, not always, but I would, in my opinion, most of the time, it's a good idea to let the bulls and the bears duke it out that initial hour, because you're using special operations because it is volatile. And so let that sort of beating each other thing happen in that initial hour, and then wait another minute after that hour, and then turn on. And it stops at 12:29 because we want to leave at least half an hour of trading because we're exiting at 12:59. So this is what it was, guys. This is what it was for the SPOOs, gold, copper, silver, Dow, bond futures. That's the combined. So 6 instruments, and all of them, one trade for each, because it was that kind of a day. They all were successful. So some might say, well, 30 ticks is a little high, especially if you're doing ZB and silver and etc. Okay, 20 ticks. Let's see what it did for 20 ticks. So we'll run it by 20. I'm not even going to change anything else. I'm not going to change my profit target. I'm not going to change my money management parameters. Flatten everything is 12.59 still. So there you have it. Now it took HG. Copper took a loss once. One loss, one win. It's still up. Total net profit 950. That's the combined. There is not a single instrument where the net profit is negative. It's up for all of them. In fact, based on this example, only HG had one loss, and that's it. And so everybody else is pretty much done. Like I said, it's that kind of a day. Let's go ahead and try something else. What if it's lower? 18 ticks. Okay, so think about it. For 18 ticks for an instrument that's like YM, we're talking not even $100. You have a $90 stop, and there is a 2-tick slippage in here too. And so 2-tick slippage right there. So there it is. Those are the combined results. Still, the only thing that had a loss was this guy, HG, copper. Okay, and it was a small loss of 250, and so because it's also calculating slippage here. So as you can see, I mean, it's just that kind of a day. So I hope this has been helpful, guys. Special operations, you want to use it when you have this kind of a day. If anybody wants to see a demo with the rest of this, so if you want to see like extensive demos going back several years, I can do like a 4-year demo for like 1,000 trades off of historical and current PA. Or if you want to see accumulation breakout, which is the new strategy, this is a really cool strategy. So every one of these is supposed to essentially meet a need in the market. So use historical and current PA just as a quick rundown. You would use this strategy if you have, in essence, calm waters. Okay, everything is going according to expectation. The VIX is hovering between, let's say, 18 and 22. No major spikes in either direction. It's just calm waters. Then it's good to use historical and current PA because this strategy is using historical price action, and historical price action means you take the day and the time into account, and you put more emphasis on that. And so day, let's say, Monday doesn't trade like Wednesdays, the initial hour doesn't trade like the middle of the day, etc. So we take that into account, and we study how that price moved historically for particular days and particular times. And this is a very good strategy for that idea. And so for special operations, you're using it, again, you're using it for if you have some sort of, the VIX is spiking higher or lower, you have geopolitical news, you have economic news, etc. Lots of opportunities. Days like this where it's strongly trending and nobody can explain why it's up so much. But, it doesn't make a difference. It is strongly moving in a direction. And so then you use special operations, accumulation breakout. This is the newest strategy in version 5. So what does this say? This is basically looking for channels. When you have chop, price goes into a channel, okay? And so the first 2 strategies didn't really cover that. And so this one does. The third strategy now, which is available in version 5, Price Action Harvester Automated V5, is available. Basically what it's doing is it's finding those channels. And if you have a breakout using the particular algorithm that I've come up with, then it will enter that trade. So now there's yet another opportunity to take advantage and squeeze as much as one possibly can from this market. I hope this quick video has been helpful. If you would like a demo, an extensive demo, so we can go through this strategy with a fine comb and I can demo every single thing for you and answer any questions you may have, just go to my website at pinnaclequant.com and fill out the form. Let's schedule something, and I look forward to meeting you. Until then, take care and God bless.